The Bullhorn is all things regarding the Lethbridge Bulls of the Western Canadian Baseball League. The Bullhorn has the latest news on the team, interviews with coaches and players, signings, game recaps, and updates on all the events happening at Spit Stadium. The Bullhorn is your place for all things baseball in Lethbridge. Get your horns up for the Bullhorn, the Lethbridge Bulls baseball reports.
Here we go. Welcome to the Bullhorn Lethbridge Bulls baseball report up on Rogers TV and on the Maple Leaf Baseball Network's YouTube channel. Good show for you today here. Been away for a couple of weeks. We're back at it, but Jimmy Belanger joining us, Bulls reliever Jimmy Belanger, and social media savant that we learned from last summer when he was on the injured list. Jimmy joins us from Eastern Arizona University. Then we're followed up by Bulls pitching coach Josh Bergman. Josh is going down to Idaho tomorrow at the time of this recording to be a part of the Prairie Baseball Academy's opening weekend down in Idaho. Then we followed up with Kevin's Corner, Bulls president and general manager Kevin Kabami stopping in to talk about the Canadian Grand Slam Baseball Showcase and Festival that's happening at the end of May. So action-packed show for you once again. The Lethbridge Bullhorn, Lethbridge Bulls baseball report on Rogers TV and the Maple Leaf Baseball Network's YouTube channel. Welcome back to Bullhorn, Lethbridge Bulls baseball report up on Maple Leaf Baseball Network's YouTube channel and on Rogers TV. We are joined today by Lethbridge Bulls reliever Jimmy Belanger. Jimmy, how you doing, sir?
Good. How are you doing, Brent?
I'm doing good, Jim. Jim, you took pretty much, you pitched, I think, just the one game last summer for the Bulls in relief out in Oyen, if I remember you correctly. Then the arm wasn't feeling quite 100%. How's the cannon feeling this time around?
It's feeling good. I didn't throw for probably 4 or 5 months, just rehab my shoulder, so it's healthy now.
That's sometimes we can just overuse it, and sometimes just a little bit of rest is probably the best thing for you. Last summer, when you decided to shut her down and you took over the social media and everything else for the Lethbridge Bulls, you became somewhat of a savant. Did you know you had that artistic side in you there, James?
No, in all honesty, I just wanted to stay around the team because I was having so much fun. I said I knew what I was doing. I didn't really know what I was doing, and I figured.
You just figured, yeah, here we go, get me a camera and see what I can do.
Just film stuff and post it. That's all I did, yeah.
That's no, it turned out really well. Your Canada, you remember, John, the Canada Day game, how you were going in between, you'd shoot something, come back, and then do something, and then you were quite impressed with the fans of how it all turned out. You thought it was like a major league stadium. What do you remember about that whole day?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Especially going flying the drone, using the gimbal. I think the video ended up getting 30,000 or 25,000 views or something. And it made Spitz kind of look like it was like a minor league kind of, like a summer ball movie kind of park. So it was pretty cool.
No, that turned out really well. It'd be nice if we get the fans to come out every game for that. Because the only thing that's different, and I say this all the time around here, the only thing we do differently for the Canada Day games is have fireworks. The rest of it, the same. The show and the game is the same thing. The fireworks add to it after the fact, but nothing draws a crowd like a crowd. It's too bad we can't get people out there out having a good time all the time.
Yeah, we got fireworks every game.
Well, I don't think it's in the budget as of right now, Jim. It's just the way things go. Jim, you're down at Eastern Arizona for your second year with the Monsters, correct? Correct if I'm on the Monsters. And you guys have already been playing a lot of games. How's your team looking, and how you been doing?
Good. We're 17-3 so far, and we got a lot of really good freshmen this year. So I think we'll do pretty good. We got our first conference games this weekend. So
where are you going this weekend?
We're at home playing against Central Arizona.
People it gets confusing. Even I'm a baseball guy, but it gets you guys are a national JUCO, right? It gets so confusing. You got JUCOs, Div 2, Div 1, Div 3, and on it goes. And it's just how many different leagues there are. Explain to me because I'd like to know too. But people watching and listening to the show about the hierarchy and how where the JUCO sits in the realm of things.
Well, most guys here are guys that they're good, but they just didn't get the offers they wanted out of high school, or they go to JUCO banking on themselves, thinking they can go to a better school than they got out of high school. And there's a lot, especially in Arizona, Texas, Florida, there's a lot of really good, those are really good conferences. And I think we had 4 guys in our conference drafted last year. And there's some good guys. So
it just gets to be a lot. There's so many teams, so many players, and it gets going. You're in your second year down there, and do you see a lot of guys that you recognize maybe from around WCBL and guys that you maybe grew up playing?
Yeah, I mean, well, we got 2 guys on our team this year, I think, that were Bulls last year. And I think there was 1 guy on Arizona Western, a guy on Cochise. Like, probably 3 out of the 6 teams in our conferences had Whipple players on it.
Because Drew's there, right? Bufford?
Yeah, Buff, Ben, Getz. Yeah, Getz actually is my roommate. He sleeps. We got a triple-decker bed. That's another Canadian up there. That's my bed, and Getz sleeps down there on the triple-decker. So
That can't be very comfortable for Getsy.
I would actually say the bottom bunk is the best. I've asked him for it, but he won't give it up.
It seems to be third world living there in Eastern Arizona. I don't know about that, Jim. What are you taking in school?
Business. Yeah.
Not social media?
Well, I actually tried to take some like editing courses, but it's hard to get in those classes because they're all during practice time. So like a lot of the stuff is just online, so you can still do your classes, but be on the road and go to practice.
Now that your arm's feeling a lot better this year, you're kicking around. What are some goals that you might have set for yourself? Not at first, we'll start off at Eastern Arizona with the Monsters, and then in with the Bulls this summer once you come back to Lethbridge.
Yeah, I mean, I want to get in the games and help my team win. It's really in whatever way they want to use me, as long as I can. When I'm in the game, I compete and give my boys a chance to win the game. Then I'm happy. And same thing with the Bulls, just win games.
That's like when you couldn't play last summer, and like when you first maybe started. Like actually, I'll ask you this: like at what point? Like I know when you first came up, you said you're a little tired. At what point did you say, "Yeah, this ain't happening. Maybe I should shut her down for a couple of months because if I don't, there could be some long term. Then who knows how many more chances I'm going to get."
Yeah, that was after I flew home for like 1 day and drove across the border and got an MRI. And my shoulder was a little torn up, my labrum and stuff. So after that, I was like, yeah, probably shouldn't be thrown anymore.
And you tried to give her a shot anyways.
Yeah, threw 1 more inning, but didn't go too well. So
Yeah, then that's just a done deal. What you could see, you could talk. I remember we talked a little bit last year around this time about that. What was the feeling? Was it just like something's not right, or was there pain, or was there just a long term like something's just aching all the time, or what was it? Because a lot of guys who watch this, they try to fight through things and they try to, oh, wow, that's nothing. But you've been throwing for how many years? You like no one should, you probably know your body better than a doctor would. But at what point, like, was it like, geez, this is more than just a little bit of 8.535 on it?
it actually, it happened. We were playing in Vegas against CSN last year here at Eastern, and I was throwing with my catch partner, and he threw one above my head, and I jumped with 2 hands, come down, and I'm like went to throw the ball, and like felt really weird, and I told my buddy, I'm like, come in a little bit, like I couldn't throw it to him, and I told a bunch of the guys, like, guys, like I think I tore something, like jumping there, and everyone's like, nah, man, like you're just being a wuss, like you didn't tear anything. And I went and told my coach before the game, I was like, hey, I don't think I can throw a baseball. And then I took like a week off, tried to throw again. For probably the next like 3 months, I would just take time off, try and throw, and kept hurting. But all my buddies were like, yeah, man, you're fine. And then got the MRI, and it was torn. So, but yeah.
It sounds like you're 50 years old jumping out of bed and you twist your ankle or twist your knee. It's coming, Jim. Trust me, it's coming one day, very, very soon. Like I have aches and pains. I didn't know I could have aches and pains. Coming back for your second and a half season, I guess, whatever you want to call it, with the Bulls, and what are you looking forward to about coming back to Lethbridge the most, other than just being the social media savant? I hope you play a lot more this summer.
Right.
But if actually, first that, and then on your off days, because you guys, like, if you're pitch, you get a lot of off days. Let's not sugarcoat this at all. Are you going to jump on the camera again and jump on the drone, or what's your plan there?
I mean, that's my hope. Yeah, I'd love to. The days I'm not pitching, making stuff, like I enjoy doing it. So that's the plan. And then I really there's a lot of guys that I played with in high school at Vauxhall that are on the Bulls. Like I think maybe half the team.
It took us 8 minutes 11 seconds to bring up Vauxhall, so that's a new record here for the Bullhorn.
Yeah. And pretty cool because you play with those guys and you live with them, and they're some of your best buddies, and then they live all over the country and go to school at different places, and you never really get the chance to see them. So the summer is kind of a chance to. If it wasn't for the Lethbridge, we wouldn't get to see each other ever. So
No, it is pretty good. You guys have a pretty strong bond. Sports is supposed to do that in all ways. You know, you play the game, supposed to be friends for life because in your short, like your career is such a short period of time. You get to meet some people that have a good effect on your life, and that's a good thing about being an athlete. You get that chance to do those kind of things. The like if last year didn't turn out as for the Bulls as we all hoped around Spit Stadium here for moving on to the playoffs, and what's something that you think's got to happen to get over the hump that is either Okotoks or Sylvan Lakes? What's something that's got to just maybe start to click that hasn't clicked for quite some time?
I think we've had especially last year, we had a good group of guys. It's just I think a lot of the other teams we're playing were a lot older and had more experience in the league, but I think our group that we've kind of made solidified now is getting to the point where we have the experience. We've been in the league now for a year or two, and guys are ready to start winning.
Getting we talked last year about this same thing, the hot tub.
Yeah.
Should that be more? Because if you win 12 in a row in a 56-game season, that's a good chunk of your year. You get maybe striving for a couple of those things wouldn't be the worst idea.
Yeah, no, that'd be awesome. I mean, I think it was my year I was in high school, because I think I started like 1 or 2 games, part of our 10-game or 9-game streak, and then I started the 10th game, and I didn't come very prepared, and we lost the game, so I took some responsibility.
And then won 4 or 5 in a row after that, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
If I recall, yeah, it was Swift Current or something, wasn't it? No, it was Regina. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. Jim, we'll get you out of here. Thanks for joining us very much. On your busy schedule, I'm sure. Actually, I want to ask you that, Jim. Give me a day in the life of Jimmy Belanger at Eastern Arizona, like on a typical day.
Well, today is our off day, so I woke up this morning around 9. Went and ate breakfast with a couple of guys and on the podcast now with you, and then probably gonna go to the pool after this. Actually, I'll probably lift first. Get my lift in, then go to the pool, maybe play some spike ball or something, and then kill the rest of the day.
What about on an on day?
So we lift every day at 12, and then practice is from about 1:30 to 4 or 5. So most of our day is taken up, but I only have classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays morning. I'm in a theater class this semester.
You must excel at that.
No, it's terrible. I've missed the last 2, luckily, because I had games. But the teacher has emailed me saying I got to do a monologue. I got to go and do like a 60-second skit and memorize the whole thing. And
it's easy. Just make something up and talk, Jim.
Oh, no, it's got to be from a movie that they know. And I don't really fit in this class. It's a different group.
So as a student athlete, you have 2 days of classes a week.
Yeah.
How many classes are you taking? 4?
I'm in 5 classes right now.
5 classes. You must be flat out tired, Jim.
Oh yeah. 3 of them are online. So
3 of them are online.
Yeah, I mean American schooling is a little bit different in Canada.
What's your plan when you have to go into the real world?
Make lots of money. Don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but I'm going to do it.
If it takes more than 2 days a week, a couple hours a day.
Yeah.
No, Jim, thanks very much for joining us here. We got a few easy questions for you, and then we'll get you out of here. Ready to go?
Yep.
Favorite athlete growing up?
Probably Mike Trout.
Hall of Fame guy?
Sorry?
Is Mike Trout going to the Hall of Fame?
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah.
100%? His body of work's getting thinner and thinner and thinner.
Yeah, he's getting a little. I think this is his first World Baseball Classic, not on Team USA. But
that's gonna be fun to watch. That's something that doesn't get enough airtime and enough publicity. I don't think that's in my opinion. But that's one of those things. Favorite TV show?
Probably Trailer Park Boys. Me and my roommate's been watching that about every night.
That when that first came out, that was when reality. This is a long time ago now, but that was when reality TV was first starting, and it was done so well. I thought it was real. I was like, "What the heck is going on here?"
Oh yeah,
it's a little bit different. Yeah, it's probably not for a few of our viewers to watch that.
No,
but, if you ever want to, I remember but this is another thing. When I didn't realize how much they swore in that TV show until I went home at Easter one year and put it on Easter Sunday, sitting with my parents. I was like, I couldn't find the remote quick enough. It was a little bit odd, but anyways, couple more. What song should be scarfed, gone, should be scrubbed from humanity? One song.
One song. That's a tough one. Probably lots of Taylor Swift songs. Both my sisters overplayed Taylor Swift growing up, and there's a couple of them that drive me crazy. Don't get me wrong, like she has some good songs, but there's some songs that I've heard way too many times.
That song, Opalite, I tap my toe to that one. It's the newer one. I really like that song.
Really?
I'm 50. Oh yeah, I like that. Like I've caught myself, like honestly, no one's here in the morning when I'm getting to work and it's on. I'm almost putting a hole in the ground, tapping my foot so hard. It's unbelievable. I love that song. And last one, I asked Carter Clare how this the last time we did the Bullhorn. What's the best sandwich?
Best sandwich. Well, actually, at our calf, I've been getting this create your own sandwich. I make it. It's a hoagie roll for the bread.
Yeah.
I get pesto, turkey, bacon, feta, sliced tomatoes, spinach, and balsamic vinegar, and that's been my go-to recently. I'm really liking that.
That's the one at the cafe.
Yeah.
Nice. Have you tried to push your teammates onto it?
Oh, I probably have like 4 or 5 guys on it right now.
Do you make it for them?
No, it's like
well, you're not a very helpful guy. I kind of assumed that, but yeah.
Yeah. We got like an app on our phone, so you kind of just go on there and you can make whatever you want, and then it just is ready for you to just go pick it up. So.
You got it made in the shade at Eastern Arizona.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
That's good. Jimmy, thank you for joining us here in the Bullhorn Lethbridge Bulls baseball report, and can't wait to see you in end of May and see if we can't bring a championship back to Lethbridge.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
All right, Jim, we'll talk later.
All right, thanks, Brent. See ya.
All right.
This summer, there's only one place to be, and that's Spit Stadium.
You can sit here. Or here. You can sit here.
Or here.
Or even here.
But not here. Get your tickets now at bullsbaseball.com and come experience Bulls baseball all summer long. It's going to be unbelievable.
Welcome to the Bullhorn Lethbridge Bulls baseball report on Rogers TV and on the Maple Leaf Baseball Network YouTube channel. Joined today by Bulls pitching coach Josh Bergman. Josh, how are you doing today, sir?
Good, Brent. How are you?
I got to find a new opening for Ellie's. I think I said the same thing. How can you sir, for everybody who comes on this?
And everybody replies to the same thing.
It's the same thing. I just heard. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. Anyways, you guys are heading on with PBA baseball seasons in full swing. We'll talk about PBA. Maybe bring you back in next week. We'll talk some Lethbridge Bulls baseball. I just had Jimmy Belanger on just before this. Pitching, you never know what you're going to get. What's one of the things that well, obviously you don't want injuries to happen, just with the kids in general. But do you go into February kind of knowing by the time May rolls around you're going to have a bit of a different pitching staff?
Yeah, it depends on the year. I mean, we plan ahead of time to make sure that we're in a good spot that way from a numbers perspective. I would say, we're always monitoring the kids to make sure and see how healthy they are, how they're feeling as the spring kind of rolls around, who's throwing too much innings, who's not going to come up because of their innings limits and their caps and all that sort of stuff. So we're always monitoring that and making sure that we're going to be in a good spot come, May 28th for our home opener.
When you go through the season, you don't want to bother the college coaches because they got like actual game, like all games matter. They do, but they got a lot going on. Do you ever? You guys have some pretty good relationships with these coaches. Do you ever reach out and go, hey, how's this guy doing? And should he be coming up? Or do they come to you and say, hey, maybe this guy's not, he might not be truthful with you saying he wants to come. Like how's that dynamic with the college coaches?
I mean, it's a little bit of both, I would say. For the most part, we really trust the guys that are sending kids up here and the relationships that we have with those schools. And so I think from that side of things, we really embrace, what they're saying and trust them in their take and what they think, and they'll have success in terms of in our league for the summer. And so I think, to answer your question, kind of get to it, it's a little bit of both. I think a conversation of maybe if a kid's struggling and we see the numbers and it doesn't look great. But the other side of the story is maybe there's other factors to it, right, that the coach can elaborate on or whatever it may be. So I think it's a little bit of both of kind of give and take and the constant communication about where kids are at.
Got some guys returning this year. We'll get to them and have a second. We got guys who aren't coming back, just aged out or just might not, like the Donovan Gomez of the world. And of course, Levi Abbott, pitcher of the year, WCBL. you won't replace those guys necessarily. You'll have to insert player here, insert player there.
Yeah.
How tough is that to know that you're going to have to replace 7 wins somehow?
Yeah, incredibly difficult. Obviously, Levi, pitcher of the year, no question, senior leader on our pitching staff, unbelievable kid. So
Big Taylor Swift fan.
Yeah, same as my wife. I'm a closet Swiftie too. So
polite.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, like getting back to the question, like Levi, very tough to replace. Obviously, Donovan, he's going to be in a situation again this year at Our Lady of the Lake where he's going to throw a lot of innings for them as their number one starter. And he got tired kind of towards the end of the summer, like a lot of guys tend to do. Obviously, it's a long season, and we're playing a lot of games in a short amount of time, and we try to take care of our guys as much as possible. But I understand, in his situation and how many innings he's going to throw. So we get that. But yeah, we do the best that we can to replace those guys, and then hopefully, in an ideal world, the guys that we had here last year that maybe didn't play as prominent a role as those guys did, hopefully they can step up and continue to grow and get better and kind of step into that kind of limelight and that big role for us.
We haven't talked about this, and I forgot. Like we talk all the time, right? This wasn't brought up, but around Christmas time, a young pitcher showed up around here with his family and took a little tour with McCoy Rippentrop.
Yeah.
We actually, I'm not BSing here on this. We haven't spoke about this at all. What was your first impression? You laid eyes on McCoy, and what kind of enthusiasm do you have to be playing at beautiful Spit Stadium?
Yeah, I was actually up in Calgary that weekend that McCoy came down, so it didn't really work out great for me to see him and be down here. But all the conversations I've had with him, he's really excited to get up here. South Dakota kid, he's a big, strong, tall right-hander with really good stuff. I'm really excited to see him here, and obviously he wanted to see everything before he got here, and his dad had been here before, but his 2 sons, McCoy and his younger brother, had never been up here, so they wanted to kind of see what it was all about before they got here, which is a little bit different. Usually we don't have a lot of kids that do that, but obviously really cool for them, good experience for them, get to see what environment you're going to be in the summer. So I'm glad that he was able to make that trip. And like I said, unfortunately, I wasn't able to be there because I was away that weekend. But yeah, it was cool to have him here.
I would say in the 27-year illustrious history of the Lethbridge Bulls, that is the first December visit by a future Lethbridge Bulls. And with how it goes, you got a couple guys, Lucas Wynn, Corbin Talley coming back for sure. You hope to get a bunch out of those guys in the swan song of their careers. Maybe you never know how things turn out, but conversation I had with them. What's it been like, and what's their thought process?
Yeah, both are really excited to be back. It's going to be interesting. Lucas, obviously, he's having a really good start to his season with UBC, and they're obviously going to have another strong team again this year. Like the past few years, they've been very good, and he's playing a prominent role for them out of the bullpen, which we would expect for him to come in and do the same thing for us and kind of maybe replace, like I talked about, replace those Donovan Gamez innings. Hopefully at the back end of the bullpen, Donovan led the WCBL in saves last year, and that's kind of a role that we envision for Lucas with, the stuff that he has. It's a little bit different, kind of coming from that low 3/4 slot, but the fastballs, plays, it's, 90 to 93 and, a good slider and changeup too as well. So we expect that's kind of our expectation for him. As far as Corbin goes, he transferred from Northwestern State Division I school to do his grad year at Northwest Nazarene in Idaho, and he's actually starting for them, and he's doing really well. So we'll kind of see how it goes throughout the spring and see how his arm's feeling. The flexibility, we love him out of the bullpen. Obviously, he was really reliable for us last year, and as a left-hander, you can do kind of some matchups and all that sort of stuff with him too, and through multiple innings out of the bullpen. So he's very versatile that way, but he's doing really well as a starter right now at Nazarene, and obviously we'd be open to that idea too as well if that's something that he wants to do throughout the summer and kind of keep on that starter's routine that he had throughout the spring.
Yeah. I talked last week with Carter Clareholt when he was on the Bullhorn, and then Jimmy today about and Jimmy's not a man of a lot of words, so he didn't give us a lot of insight. But you talk about all these transfers in different leagues and divisions, and how do obviously your job's in baseball, but how do you keep track of it all? Because there's so many loopholes and so many it's tough because there's so many things that can work out and then with recruiting for the Bulls, and then getting players from PBA onto another level. Mm-hmm. Like, how do you keep track of it all? And is there somebody in the PBA World Headquarters that maybe guides you a little bit, or are you the go-to guy that says, okay, no, this guy's got another year? Like, how do you do it? Like, because it's mind-boggling.
Yeah, it's the NCAA, the NAI, everything. The landscape has changed so much, even from the time that I was in the NCAA Division I world, and that was only in 2019. So I think it's 7 years ago, and how quickly and rapidly that's changed. And I think for us, it's just about staying up with the times and making sure that we're understanding how the rule works and everything like that. Obviously with, our job at PBA and, Hub and Coach Mack do a lot of the kind of moving players on after our program. Coach Mack and I do a lot of the recruiting into our program at PBA. So they kind of take care of that side of things, and they're obviously very knowledgeable on that front. And we have a lot of connections that keep us knowledgeable on that side of things to make sure that we understand, okay, what's the benefit for us in terms of going to this program or going to that program and all that sort of stuff, and how many years do you get and all that, and the things, the ins and outs that come with coming into our program at PBA too as well. So as far as that goes, they take care of that side of things, and just making sure that we're ultimately at the end of the day, wherever they're coming from, we just want to have the best kids come in here and the talented kids come in here to give us a chance to win and put a good product on the field in Lethbridge, regardless of their eligibility and how that's all working for them.
I was smirking because between my ears, I was thinking about you said Coach Hubka and Coach McDonald having knowledge about something. I kind of you laugh a little. Come on, not that they're not intelligent people. They are. They're very intelligent people in their own right at certain things, and they're put me in a headlock and kill me. But whatever. What are you looking forward to the most this bowl season coming up? As you're going into full baseball mode, not you weren't, but you guys are practicing now. It's game time for the PBA, and then you're into the bowl season and it's a full time gig. What are you looking forward to the most with the first PBA guys, and then into the bowl season?
Yeah, I would say I'm really excited about the group that we have at PBA. The pitching staff wise, because obviously that's my main job over there. Is I really like our veteran group that we have coming back. We have 4 veterans on the mound that have been awesome leaders for us in our program and kind of leading our pitching staff. And then we have some really exciting young guys that we're, really looking forward to seeing how they handle the pressure and how they handle these first couple trips playing against some pretty high level competition in the College of Southern Idaho, which they're, annually a top 50 junior college, Division I junior college. And then we go play Salt Lake City Community College, which they're the reigning Division I junior college World Series champions. So that's going to be a really tough test for our guys, and I'm excited to see how they handle that. So I would say overall we're younger on the mound. I would say our lineup, we're a little bit older than we were obviously last year, and have some talent in there, different guys that can do different things, guys that can run, guys that can, hit, guys that can hit for power, guys that can really defend. So that's exciting for us in terms of that side of the ball. And I think just a little bit more athleticism from that perspective comparative to last year. And I'm excited to get going with the group and hopefully win a CCBC championship. And then as we roll into the bowl season, obviously excited about a few things. We have a lot of local kids coming back that we're really excited about to have them on board and be part of everything that we're doing. Kind of a unique feel this year with the kind of the brother combos that we have coming in the summer with the Haneys and the Wheatleys, the Matsuzakis, Cardell playing and Carlin coaching. And I feel like I'm missing one, but lots of them coming in. I think we have 5 of them. I think I missed one, but anyway, but excited about that. Not that we're excited. No, a little bit of a different storyline to, kind of our season. And so that's kind of gives it a bit of a unique twist. But I think we have a really talented group. We have a good core of returning players coming back that are hungry and weren't happy with how last season ended for us. And I'm excited to get going and represent, this city and represent this organization and hopefully bring a WCBL championship home.
That's what Jimmy was saying, that Timmy's a year older and it takes a little bit of seasoned vets, I guess, to win this thing. It's funny about calling a kid who's 23 a seasoned vet, but it's just the way things are. Josh, I got a few easy questions for you, the exact same ones I asked Jim. See your answer, and then we'll get you out of here. All right. Ready to go? Favorite athlete growing up?
Felix Hernandez was a big, obviously BC guy. Obviously we grew up on baseball and he was close in proximity. Just loved the way he pitched, loved the way he competed. So that was my favorite athlete growing up.
I watched his perfect game. I think I skipped out of work that day for some reason. It was on. Or else I got home. It was an afternoon game. I got home in time to see the end of it. Yeah. Favorite TV show?
I would have to say Friends. My wife and I, we love that show. So that's our favorite TV show.
That's my wife's favorite one. Deanne loves Friends. And I'm good.
Yeah.
No, I liked it. I liked it. It's just it just hasn't stood the test of time for me.
Fair enough.
Because it's 20 some years old into that. I lived it the first time.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's fair. I didn't.
No, I got a few years on everybody in this room. So anyways, what song should be scrubbed from the world?
Sweet Caroline.
Really?
Yeah. Overplayed.
I like this is a public service announcement. Sweet Caroline, bop, bop, bop aren't in the words.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah, I'm with
I
you.
think it's an overplayed song. I get it at baseball games. It's a classic, but I think it's overplayed. Overrated.
I did see it one time that it was really cool. It was at Fenway Park. And the sun, we're sitting in the Budweiser deck upstairs, and it was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
But other than that, never again. I'm good. I know we play it here. And
No. Overrated.
I think we'll lose that one.
I'm probably gonna get some flack over that, but
yeah, the boss is gonna listen to this later on. He's gonna give us whatever. But anyways, and last one. What's the best sandwich?
Ooh, best sandwich. I'm a big into the barbecue brisket over at Firehouse Subs. The barbecue cheddar brisket over at Firehouse Subs. A little plug to Firehouse Subs. Great place. Love it.
Working on them as a sponsor, actually.
Yeah.
That's good. This might help there. Anyway, Josh, thanks very much for joining us here, and good luck this weekend down in Idaho and for the bowl season coming up.
Thanks, Brent.
You're watching the Bullhorn Lethbridge Bulls Baseball Report on Rogers TV and on the Maple Leaf Baseball Network YouTube channel.
Is your family outgrowing your current space? It might be time to move up, and the Shauna Gruninger Group is here to help you find the perfect fit. With years of experience and a deep knowledge of the Lethbridge market, Shauna makes upgrading easy, stress-free, and exciting. Don't wait. Your dream home and more room to grow is just a call away. Let the Shauna Gruninger Group help you relax with RE/MAX Real Estate.
The Shauna Gruninger Group with RE/MAX Real Estate Lethbridge is proud to support the Lethbridge Bulls and baseball in southern Alberta. Whether you're buying, selling, or just curious about the market, we'd love to connect and offer a complimentary market evaluation. No pressure, just helpful info. And because we love giving back, we always have Bulls tickets throughout the season. Scan the QR code to get in touch. We'd love to see you at the game.
Welcome back to Bullhorn Lethbridge Bulls Baseball Report. We're back with Kevin's Corner. Kevin Kawami, President and General Manager. We're here to talk about the Grand Slam Baseball Festival. I can't remember. We changed the name 3 or 4 times. Kevin, give me the exact verbiage what this is going to be.
Well, I think we're going with the Canadian Grand Slam Baseball Showcase.
And Festival.
There
we go.
It's an 11-day event at the end of May that is celebrating our place in Lethbridge, or in Lethbridge's place in Canadian baseball. It's going to be an exciting 11 days, bookend by 2 very prestigious tournaments.
It should be a lot of fun. We talked about it a little bit. We might as well get into the nuts and bolts, the baseball end of things. We'll dabble into the festival as well when we get going here. But you got the CCBC World Series, Canadian College Baseball Conference World Series, starting the things off on the 21st, and then you're rolling into the bull season. But then we're the back end is the national qualifier. Tell people a little bit about the CCBC. It's a little easier to say World Series and how that's been going.
It's a Canadian College World Series. It's the championship of the CCBC, which is the Canadian College Baseball Conference. It is 9 teams this year. Prairie Baseball Academy, our local host team, will be in the event, along with 5 other teams that will qualify during the regular season this year, to make it the final 6 showdown to take home the 2026 World Series crown. So going to be 4 days of exciting, really good baseball leading up to declaring a champion on Sunday, May 24th.
Tried different variations this tournament over the years, and weather seems to kind of get us a little bit every year. Even last, remember when you rolled in here and it was raining and everything else, and you were like, why are you surprised? You basically said, and we were like, oh, it got us again. And you were laughing with like, why am I surprised? It's not a surprise here. A little earlier this year, maybe get away from the May long weekend curse. It's just a little different look and a format as well. I think that having the 16 only making the tournament, I think it's going to add to the competition a little bit.
That's definitely going to have no easy games. Are going to I think you're not going to have the 8th or 9th place teams that are just there to be show places and just give it a shot, and maybe be out in 2 days. So I think that the competition is going to be very vibrant this year, and is going to be excellent baseball for the community to watch, as well as all the fans that will come in from across Canada to support the 6 teams that are participating in it. So, I mean, the whole showcase and festival idea is to support our community and to remind Lethbridge about the Lethbridge's place in baseball in the province, in the country, over the years. And I think it's going to be a magnificent 11 days to celebrate the sport. I mean, we go right from there into the Canadian qualifier for the brand new Justin Morneau Cup, which is the Road to Okotoks, which is a July event, and we're qualifying probably 3 or 4 teams out of this qualifier to go to the actual Justin Morneau Cup Championship tournament that will be in Okotoks in July. So it's going to be a great baseball the following weekend as well. And of course, the Lethbridge Bulls are opening up that
in between there somehow, but yeah, we'll figure it out.
Home opener on the 28th of May, and we're celebrating the Canadian qualifier on the 29th of May, and maybe on the next Bullhorn, I might have some more news for you.
There's a little bit of news that's coming out very soon that we can't tell that out there. Only select few people actually know about this, which is good. The festival itself should be good. And we want to, Jesse Sawyer, ex-Bulls manager, was in here earlier on in the week talking about, we talked about the last Bullhorn, about T-ball and how that's an integral part of the festival a little bit. And on that Bulls game on the Friday night, getting them in here and getting some young Bulls fans, get them in at a young age and keep them in the game of baseball.
Well, Little League Alberta just named Jesse Sawyer the Little League Alberta's T-ball ambassador, and we're creating a T-ball program in line with Little League International to encourage the leagues throughout our province to pay close attention to T-ball, because it's a critical age for baseball development. I believe in the last one I mentioned the fall off from the ages of 6 to 7, and we want to stop that from happening. And Jesse Sawyer has been a long-time great baseball person. He was actually the national coach for Little League Canada for 2 or 3 years, and of course, alumni of the Little League World Series. We would love to put an end to that this year, next year, where he can say, I was on the last Alberta team to go to the Little League World Series.
So we're not going to hear about it anymore. It'd be kind of one of those things that go off into the sunset a little bit, but I'm kidding around.
One thing he can't take away is when he was at that World Series, he was the first player that ever hit a home run at a World Series out of both ballparks at Williamsport.
There you go.
So he has that check mark by his box, and he's never going to be. You can never take that one away from him. So an avid Little League person, he's got a 4-year-old himself that is hopefully going to be passionate about baseball, and he wants to show the kids and parents how to engage with the kids that age and make them excited about baseball rather than making them feel bored. So we're going to have the T-ball extravaganza on the 29th and 30th of May in town during the festival, and invite teams from throughout the province to come and celebrate baseball with us.
Yeah, you talk about the festival and how great it's going to be, and baseball be front and center in this great city that we live in, the great area that we live in, southern Alberta. How it's got baseball left and right, more than most places do throughout the country. And I remember when I was in Victoria last year, they couldn't believe how much that we had going on. And when I go down to Montana, they talk about how much we do here for baseball, not like on my side on the umpiring world, but just how much baseball there is going on. And for Lethbridge to kind of have all this not thrown into their lap, but it kind of gets we get a lot of stuff because we have the climate and we have everything that's going for us and facilities, and I think we have passionate people who like the game of baseball, and you have to love the game of baseball a lot. So we have a pretty good base here to be able to host these kind of things. But with that, you still need people to volunteer a little bit and help us out to make sure these things go on without a hitch.
Yeah, we'd love to see people come out and help support the events, both maybe behind the scenes, getting them ready and helping the kids out to show their baseball talents. And we need people to help with food for the kids. We need help with the fields. We need help with just general coordination. And then also, if you don't want to do that, then come be a fan. Let's show Lethbridge. Lethbridge is behind this, and Southern Alberta is behind it, and we have lots of fans come out to cheer on both our local teams and show them some good sportsmanship, cheering on the other teams that have made the trek to Lethbridge from around the country.
This could, if everything goes well, I'm sure we'll figure it out and make it all work quite well. But you could kind of compare the early days Memorial Cup back in the 70s when that was happening, and how that's turned into a great big 10-day festival. And then the Briar, it's grown into this great big massive thing that's outgrown the curling rinks across the country that are now being played at the Saddle Dome and the like now. Is that something you can see in the future for something like this in Lethbridge, a great baseball festival that could grow into an annual event that could get even bigger and bigger with the facilities we got across the city?
Well, I think, we get the right messaging out and we get the right people behind it. I know Tourism Lethbridge is behind it, and the city of Lethbridge is a great supporter of baseball in the city. And it's important for them to get the messaging out about what we stand for and what we're bringing into the community, and make sure that everybody is aware of what they can come and watch and participate in, and maybe they would come down and learn how to throw a baseball themselves and try to hit a baseball at some point during the festival, and just celebrate this great game that is so important to Lethbridge.
Yeah, we got some pretty big things planned. Once they get released and we get all our ducks in a row, it's going to be a great time around Spitzdale, not just during the bowl season. That's obviously a big thing. But then there's a banquet coming. We'll give a little bit of a teaser somehow because it's going to be a great event. The Wednesday on the 27th, there's a banquet being held at the Sandman Signature. Different than the PBA banquet. It's something that you guys used to do in the past before I joined on. Now that we're kind of revitalizing it and going to have a very special guest who we'll talk about next week. But we
just want to make sure we got the I's dotted and T's crossed on that before we make it public. But I think it's going to be special, and that's going to have we're going to be able to have some really good stories from the 2025 Major League Baseball season, and that's my teaser.
Yeah, no, it should be a lot of fun, and a lot of the Bulls guys will be in town by then, so there'll be a lot of stuff happening around the field. Kevin, it should be it's gonna be a busy few months around here, but I think it'll all be worth it in the end. Thank you very much for joining us on the Bullhorn Lethbridge Bulls Baseball Report.
Thanks, Brent.
This summer, there's only one place to be, and that's Spitz Stadium.
You can sit here. Or here. You can sit here.
Or here.
Or even here.
But not here. Get your tickets now at bullsbaseball.com and come experience Bulls baseball all summer long. It's going to be unbelievable.
Back. That's it. Another edition of the Bullhorn Lethbridge Bulls Baseball Report up on Rogers TV and the Maple Leaf Baseball Network YouTube channel. As Kevin was saying earlier on, volunteers are needed urgently needed for this great Canadian Grand Slam of Baseball festival and showcase to go off. So if you're interested, get a hold of us over down here at Spitz Stadium, customer care at underlights.ca or Brent at underlights.ca, whatever you want, or come down and see us, and we'll get you signed up to help out with the thing. Single game tickets go on sale on April 1st, but you can still get season tickets, flex packs, all that stuff. Group tickets are for sale for the Bulls. So click on the QR code that you see on the screen, or just go to bullsbaseball.com, get your tickets. And that's it. Another edition of the Bullhorn Lethbridge Bulls Baseball Report on Rogers TV and on the Maple Leaf Baseball Network YouTube channel. Horns up, and we'll see you again in a couple of weeks.
For sponsorship opportunities with the Bulls, email partnerships@bullsbaseball.com. All Lethbridge Bulls home and away games can be seen live on Flow College. Are you a Bull lever? Want to be part of the Bulls in 2026? We're now recruiting volunteers for media, game day ops, and more. Join the herd today.